Coming to you from the Boulevard Bar and Grill, right across from our campus, the greatest sports bar and grill in town. Stop by anytime, and particularly on Monday nights. Our shows start at 6 o'clock and 7 o'clock. We'll be here talking Blue Raider basketball for 2 hours. If you are familiar with the Boulevard, I think most people enter from the rear door coming in. We are located in the room just to the, if you'll take a left when you come in the rear door, we're right in there. You'll find a packed house here, and we ought to rename this room the Blue Raider Room, Coach.
We can name it whatever we want to name it tonight. I'm telling you, it's packed.
It is full. There's a lot of blue and white around. And by the way, have you seen the new Tennessee state license plates?
I have.
They are Blue Raider blue and white.
I like that. I like that.
It's 100 miles.
Go blue.
Wonder how they'll like that up in the eastern part of our state.
I'm kind of like Dr. McPhee. I really don't care if they like it or not.
Dr. Sidney McPhee is with us tonight. He's over there somewhere. Glad to have you, Doc.
How many coaches shows do you have if the president of the university comes? Most people don't even get to meet the president. He's here.
Better be on our P's and Q's then, hadn't we?
Now, he's one of us.
All right. Time to take a look at our headlines, brought to you by the Murfreesboro Post. Murfreesboro Post covering daily news from town. Pick one up around town every Monday. Log into murfreesboropost.com. Hey, folks, you're going to like these. If you don't know already, the Lady Raiders swept the Conference USA Weekly Awards this week. Ksenia Maleshka was named Player of the Week for the second time this season. And Anastasia Boltareva was named Freshman of the Week for the first time in her young career. You'll be able to hear one of those young ladies tonight on the show a little bit later on. Middle Tennessee is pulled to within one game of first place in the East with its sweep of Marshall and Western Kentucky this past week. And the Lady Raiders will conclude their three-game homestand against the leader in the West Division, UAB, Saturday at 5 o'clock. And boy, Coach, what a great week for the Blue Raiders last week was.
You know what's better than beating Western Kentucky?
Beating them twice in one week.
Twice.
And we'll be talking about that game a little bit later on. I do want to remind you now that all of you should have one of these handouts on your table. If you don't, you can snitch one from somebody else. But they do have the information on the standings are on there. The stats are on the back. Everything you want to know about Lady Raider basketball is right there on one piece of paper. Now, we have a contest going. We had to skip a week, and we've compiled all of the winners from the first 3 weeks, and we've had 12 correct answers on our first question, 10 correct answers on the second question. And what we're going to do, we're going to put all of the winners who got the correct answers into a hat, and we will have a drawing at the end of the season and give away 2 grand prizes. Now, we have questions this week, and I think the questions are at the bottom left-hand column of your paper, and you can put the answers on cards. You can leave them on the table, or you can bring them up here and put them on our table.
I'm going to tell you what's better than that. Tony, if you'll get all the ladies' sizes tonight, you and Maddie, I'm going to buy them some T-shirts that they'll love, okay? All the ladies that's here tonight, get their sizes and their names.
Be delicate with that, Tony, now. Here's question 1. The Raiders average 9.7 three-pointers per game, which is ranked in the top 10 nationally, ranked 8th. How many three-pointers will they make against UAB? You've got 4 choices there. And the second question is, who will hit the Lady Raiders' first field goal, 2 or 3, against UAB? And you've got 4 choices there. So put your answers on the cards. Either bring them up here or leave them on the table, and we'll pick them up. And you'll be, if you win, get the correct answers, you'll be in the running for a couple of nice prizes at the end of the season. Okay, Coach, we talked about this past week. We had great outing on Thursday night against Marshall. and a very good game against Western Kentucky on Saturday.
Marshall's got a very good basketball team. When you coming in, I think they were 6-1. I believe I'm correct on that, Dick. And they're well coached. Tony does a great job. They've got some players that have been there a pretty good while. They're hard-nosed. They're just hard to defend sometimes. I thought our players did a great job getting into the scouting report. I think Nina had that game. The scout was right on tap, and we carried it right out to the tee, and I think we ended up getting about a 20-something, 25-point victory.
Right.
But I'm telling you, they've got a good basketball team. They go on the best players in the conference, and Wheeler, she's tough to defend. I thought we did a good job. Alexis Whittington did a good job against her. And then, the rest was history. When we knock down shots like we did against Marshall, we can play anybody in the country. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And then if you look on the boards, Courtney was all over the boards. And then Anastasia had a great game.
In those two games, the Raiders faced the top two scorers in Conference USA. And I think Alexis probably got the assignment in both of those, but Wheeler from Marshall averaging 20-plus points a game. She got 15 against the Raiders, and some of them late in the contest. And then Abdeljawad, the player for Western, was the second leading scorer in the league at 20-plus. She got 13 in that game. I know she got to about 6 late in the fourth quarter there.
Lex, she's just a fantastic young lady. I mean, she takes on all the tough jobs. She never complains. She does a great job of denying the ball, and then when they get the ball, she does a good job with on-ball defense. And when her man has not got the ball, she does a great job with off-the-ball defense. So, I'd hate to see where our basketball team would be without Alexis Whittington, to be honest with you.
Had a great crowd on Saturday, by the way, almost 4,000 people in the Murphy Center to see that old rivalry renewed.
Well, I was all over town today, and I'm telling you, all the people were talking about was the enthusiasm that our crowd had Saturday, and of course that's our fan base. We got a bunch here tonight, and they're just invested in our basketball programs, and our basketball programs are invested in them, and that's what we want. And we've led the conference in attendance for the last 17 years. I don't see us not leading the conference forever, to be honest with you.
Well, a great tribute to our fans and to the teams that they support. By the way, Bud Light proudly welcomes Middle Tennessee State University fans back to the Murphy Center, and this year, and Bud Light is all for the fans and all for you. And we are going to take our first break. We'll be back to talk further with Coach Rick Insell. Rick Insell Live coming to you on the Blue Raider Network from Learfield.
So we do freshness checks on the items in your delivery order at every step of their journey from our farms to our stores. And pick and pack every blue, raz, and strawberry in your free pickup order with the utmost care. Because we believe in treating your food the same way we'd want ours to be treated. It's the golden rule, only for fresh fruit and stuff. Order now using the mobile app. We're fresh every day, so shop anyway. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Free pickup on orders of $35 or more. Restrictions may apply.
Put Lee Company on your team and you'll always be ahead of the game with home maintenance, improvements, and repair. Sign up for a Lee Company home maintenance plan to have your heating and air conditioning system tuned up twice a year. In addition, you'll receive a comprehensive electrical and plumbing home inspection, plus member-only discounts and priority service, all for as low as $8.25 a month. For the very best electrical, heating, air conditioning, and plumbing services, call Lee Company at 615-867-1000 or visit leecompany.com.
The MTSU Alumni Association is proud of its more than 130,000 living alumni who are leading, teaching, entertaining, researching, flying, farming, nursing, and more worldwide. Every Blue Raider accomplishment adds value to your degree. Are you connected to the MTSU National Alumni Association? Visit mtalumni.com to share what you're doing, update your information, and see how you can be involved and informed. You can also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Hey, Blue Raiders, thinking about buying a second home along the coast? I've got you covered. From Gulf Shores to Apalachicola, or maybe a condo cabin in the Smokies, I've got that covered too. Buying, selling, or auction here in Middle Tennessee, not a problem either. Call on me, Richard Lewis, for all of your real estate dreams. Oh, by the way, I'm never too busy for any of your referrals. Exit Realty, Bob Lamb & Associates, 615-896-5656.
Luxuriously designed, exquisitely detailed, first in its class, corner to corner a true work of art, capable of going from $0 to $300,000 in a few seconds flat. Are we talking about a sports car? Oh no, we're talking about Jumbo Bucks Premium Edition instant games from the Tennessee Lottery. So test drive the new gold standard and instant tickets today. The Tennessee Lottery, game-changing fun. Please play responsibly.
It's just a few cocktails at happy hour.
There aren't any cops around.
After every game, we always have a few. It's no big deal.
It was just a few drinks. I'm good.
Hey, I can hold my liquor. I drink and drive all the time.
If you put away some drinks, put away your keys. Fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office.
The Blue Raiders on News Radio WGNS, Murfreesboro, Smyrna.
Welcome back into Rick Insell Live on a Monday night. We're at the Boulevard Bar and Grill in Murfreesboro, right across from the MTSU campus. Blue Raider fans got ahead of the game with the best home services team in town. For your heating, air conditioning, plumbing, electrical, and home improvement needs, Lee Company is the team to call, 615-867-1000 or online at leecompany.com. Well, Coach, going back to Thursday night when the Marshall Thundering Herd came in with a record of 6-1, and we were sitting behind them in the standings when they came in. We got off to a little bit of a slow start. Midway through the first quarter, they were ahead 11-8, and what do you know? We go on a 19-0 run that extended into the second quarter.
Well, I was not surprised. I've seen our young ladies this year do that.
It's 100 miles of
hate.
extremely
well. We play great defense. We rebound the basketball. We share the ball. As good as any team I've ever had, they share the ball. Sometimes we're too unselfish, to be honest with you. Kind of gets us in a bind. But, just being able to be their coach and sit on the sidelines and watch them. I made a mistake a long time ago when Alicia Clark and Jackie and Ann Marie and Chelsea and Brandy Brown were here. I didn't enjoy them like I should have, because they were just like a piece of art, to be honest with you. You just throw the ball out, and they just got it done. This team reminds me a lot of them. They're not as experienced, but you just throw the ball out. When they went one up Saturday, you could look out there on the floor, and they found another gear. Yep. And they went to work, and the next thing you know, we're back up 7. So we got some great leadership with Courtney Whitson, Dorsar, Alexis Whittington, and then those young guys, those young guns, so to speak, they don't care. They don't care who they're playing. It makes no difference whatsoever. If you're going to defend Jalen Gregory, you better get one step over the center line, because she's going to let her fly. And then Dore, you saw her Saturday, as Matt said Saturday night, he said she shot that from the horse's mouth. If you know what I'm talking about, our big horse at the center court, she was standing in his mouth when she let that one go. So, they're enjoyable to watch, and they don't try to call the game. You can tell that they're passionate about what they're doing. And, against Marshall, just watching what they did, just unbelievable.
Ksenia Maleshka has been just a discovery coming in the second half of games. Coach, she had 16 of her 22 in the second half Thursday, and then Saturday I think she had like 18 of 21 in the second half.
Well, she's not a discovery. I can tell you that right now. Matt found her, and she transferred here. We knew how good she could be, and we had to take the bridle off of her. And that's kind of what we've done. Now, we want to get her to plan a little harder, but I'm telling you, she's as talented as anybody that's come through here. And we've got her this year and next year, and hopefully, by the end of those 2 years, she'll be able to sign a professional contract.
Not only does she score, but she is a good shot blocker. I know you've been working hard on her team defense part of her game, and is she getting better that way?
She's getting better. She's getting better. She's buying into it. That's kind of what we want, just buy into it. And, you know, when you got Lex out there and you got Courtney out there, they're backing you up. And then you bring in Cab, little Blakely. I mean, I wouldn't want to be guarded by her because she's right in your back pocket the whole time. And, you know, she's not a secret weapon either. The young lady was the leading scorer in the country in high school basketball last year. So you put all that bunch together, and they're just a good team. And they love each other, and that's what makes for a good team. If you talk about young teams, we're as young as anybody in the country. We got 8 freshmen. We got 11 young ladies, I think, on our roster. 8 of them are freshmen because those young ladies that were here last year, they got their year back because of COVID, so they're freshmen also. Academically, they're sophomores, but athletically, they're freshmen.
So the Raiders look good for the future. I think that.
Well, you look at our recruiting class. We have 1 or maybe 2 of our recruits that are coming in next year, and they're exciting too. Their parents were there Saturday. They were they were blew away with our crowd support, and they were blew away with our team. And they've been to several of our games, but after the game they're excited about being part of the Blue Raider Nation.
If you can get them to a game, that's a big part of it, isn't it?
Well, we had several new people there Saturday that we went out. Of course, I may get reprimanded because I gave some tickets away, but they said they'd be back. Now they'll have to buy these, but we've got that hook in their mouth right now.
Another aspect of the Marshall game was the play of Anastasia Boltareva, who had a career high 17 points in that game, coming off a double-double on the road last week.
She's a talent also. Again, you got to credit our coaching staff, Matt, talking to her and getting her to commit. Kim and Nina right there with him. You know, I'm just blessed to be at this part of my career in coaching, to have a coaching staff like I got. One of them's my son, and the other 2 are like my daughters, and they work tirelessly for the university. I mean, they're doing something every day that's making our basketball program and our university a better place.
One of the things that you had been concerned about earlier was our rebounding, and we've been getting better that way. In fact, we won the rebound battle both games last week.
Well, I to be honest with you, I think the year is going to make a difference in our rebounding. I don't know how much better we're going to get in the next 2 months, but Tess is going to, Anastasia is going to be a project, and our young kids coming in, we're going to get better on the boards. We just got to get stronger. And we've hired a young lady that's our strength and conditioning coach, and I'm telling you again, we made the right choice there. She's come in and went to work, and she hadn't even had a year with them yet, but they'll be a priority for her whenever we get through playing this year.
Final score in that Marshall game was 80-41 as we went on another like a 14-0 run in the fourth quarter toward the end of the game, and it really just ballooned.
You're talking about
the Marshall game.
Yeah, again, Marshall is a good basketball team. We're going to have to play hard to beat them at Marshall. We're going to have to play hard to beat Western at Western. But, we know what we can do. They know what we can do. So we just got to get that film, break it down, and then, but it's going to be tough. That east side, you look at that east side in your standings on your sheet that everybody's got, you'll see that the team that's in first place on the west side would be kind of in 5th or 6th or 7th place on the east side. Right. So, and that's UAB, and they got a good ball team. They beat Marshall and Western this weekend also.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll be back with Coach Insell as Rick Insell Live continues on the Blue Raider Network from Learfield.
Every week, our Blue Raiders go the extra mile to make sure they're at their very peak. At Sunbelt Bakery, they do the same thing to make sure their granola bars are at their peak. Every week, Sunbelt Bakery brings new batches of granola bars from their bakery to your neighborhood. That's why Sunbelt Bakery's granola bars taste like they just baked them. Because they did. Try a Sunbelt Bakery granola bar today and taste the difference. Sunbelt Bakery. Bakery fresh taste. No preservatives.
Middle Tennessee Electric proudly supports the Blue Raiders, and we're proud to power the scoreboard lights at Murphy Center. When it comes to the electric service in the community, you can always trust MTE to do what's best for our members. We serve by providing affordable, reliable, safe electricity and outstanding member services. Here at MTE, we serve to make life better for our members and their communities. Visit MTE.com to learn more. And about that scoreboard, well, light it up, Blue Raiders.
The Murfreesboro Post is Rutherford County's sports leader. No one covers high school sports like the Post. Now you can receive the Murfreesboro Post delivered by mail each week to your home for only $20 a year. Sign up at murfreesboropost.com and click subscribe, and we will get your delivery of the Murfreesboro Post started. That's murfreesboropost.com for delivery of the Murfreesboro Post.
Any way you slice it, your game day won't be complete without soft, delicious bunny bread and bunny buns, an official corporate partner of Blue Raider Athletics. Whether you're watching with friends, cheering in the stands, or tuning in at home, count on Bunny to help block your hunger and give you energy. So pick up some bunny buns and bunny bread today. It's sure to be a slam dunk.
That's what I said. Bunny bread.
Hey Blue Raider fans, this is Dr. Mark Hardison with Middle Tennessee Oral and Implant Surgery. We are so proud to be able to serve the Blue Raider teams and their families when they need wisdom teeth removed, dental implants, or other specialty oral care. Our mission is to provide health care as it should be, providing compassion, availability, and excellence to every one of our patients. We deeply appreciate the support of your business as we join in supporting our team. Let's go Blue!
Nothing is more expensive than this opportunity. Maybe you're just graduating high school or are working and need to earn a degree to advance your career. Or you aspire to be a leader, and a graduate degree can make that happen. Whether you're just starting out or retooling for the future, Middle Tennessee State University can help you get there. MTSU.
A whole new crew,
yeah,
except Courtney and Amanda and Alexis. And so then you got Annabelle and Jada that's with us, and they're still freshmen, but hey, you know, basically those young ladies came back, went to work this spring and this summer, got stronger, and they came in believing in what the Blue Raiders, or what we're all about, which is we're going to win. You know, we're not going, you know, that's all we talk about is we're going to win that next game.
We talked about Ksenia and her contribution, 18 second half points, 21, and again named player of the week in the conference. Dorsar picked up her 4th foul late in the 3rd quarter, and everybody goes, oh no. And she comes out for about 30 seconds, but then she goes back in and plays the rest of the game.
Well, I'm a little different than a lot of people. I trust my players. I tell them how important they are to the program, and I'd rather them see a kid score as them foul that 5th foul. And so we had 3 on the floor. We had Jalen Gregory, we had Dorsar, and I think Ksenia had 4. So we had 3 on the floor with 4 fouls, and they still did a good job defending.
And again, we win the rebound battle against Kentucky 36-32, so that's good news.
Well, you know, everything aside, Greg does a good job. He's got a very young team also. They play hard, and, you know, they came in. They started this weekend. They hadn't been beat. I think they were like 7-0 maybe going into the weekend, and then they got beat at UAB, and then they came here and we won. So, you know, it doesn't get any easier. I think their next game's against Charlotte. They got 2 games with Charlotte. They got 2 games with Marshall. They got 2 games with ODU. They still got us a game, and they still got 2 of the Floridas coming in, and right now they're playing pretty good.
Yep, they are, and that game with Charlotte's going to be on Thursday night. It'll be in Bowling Green, and then they will Charlotte will play at Marshall on Saturday. So Charlotte's leading the division right now. They may not be at this time next week.
Well, they've got a good team. There's a lot of good coaches in that East Division, and a lot of good players, and a lot of good basketball teams, and we're one of them. And it's going to be, you know, just going to have to gut it up and get after it.
All right, I think you folks want to hear somebody else now. We'll have a couple of our players coming up. Tony's going to come up, talk with 2 of our players. I don't know which one he's going to bring up here first, but
Annabelle, I think, is going to bring up first.
Okay, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll have that segment for you on Rick Insell Live, the Blue Raider Network from Learfield.
Hi, we're RJ Young. We offer technology solutions that power your business, school, hospital, church, law firm, and more. RJ Young will empower your office to be the modern office. That means an office that integrates technology as a business advantage, all to help you work smarter. From managed IT services, office equipment, and technology, business process outsourcing, and digital communications, we're proud to be your one-stop for technology solutions that power your business. Come visit us at rjyoung.com.
What do you think of when you hear community, integrity, commitment, tradition, and partners? The folks at Sodexo know it's family, friends, neighbors, and coworkers. The people we live with, work with, share our world with, and the fans we love to serve. Sodexo is community. It's a community of more than 200 employees and nonprofit volunteers and the thousands of fans we serve at MTSU. Sodexo is a community of people who are committed to enhancing your game day experience. Sodexo, proud server of your game day concession needs and proud to serve the Blue Raiders.
At Ascension St. Thomas, care is more than a word. Care is serving our patients, standing with them in times of need, and showing compassion when they're at their most vulnerable. Care is listening and delivering personalized plans from a team of specialists, providing leading-edge treatments at every step. At Ascension St. Thomas, care is more than a word. It's our calling. Make your next appointment at getsthealthcare.com.
Whether you go online or go in person, City Auto in Murfreesboro is where you go to see a gazillion cars and choose the one that's right for you. And there's no better time to go than now because we have a bigger, brand new facility. It's the easy, comfortable, convenient way to find what you're looking for. Remember, cityauto.com is where you go to find your car online. And the all-new City Auto campus in Murfreesboro is where you go to see it in person. Go now, and we'll see you there.
Looking for something to take your mind off this traffic? How about a true story of instant success? Did you hear about the two friends who went grocery shopping in Ashland City and picked up everything on their list plus $75,000? Or the one where a truck driver made a last-minute stop off Interstate 40 and drove off with a cool $1 million? All their lives changed in an instant, and yours could too. So stop by your local retailer for your chance with instant games from the Tennessee Lottery. Game-changing, life-changing fun. Please play responsibly.
Out here, we charge into the heartland with Mountain Dew. Out here, there's no rush hour, just the rush of flying wide open on glassy water at 5 a.m. with your first dew in hand. And there's no spin class, just bright green spinnerbait that ironically matches your second dew. Out here, we don't just play big buck hunt, we hunt actual big bucks. And out here, the best road is off-road, and the color of your truck is mud. Out here, it's dew.
News Radio WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports.
All right, welcome back into Rick Insell Live from the Boulevard Bar and Grill here in Murfreesboro. Time now for the player guest portion of the show, and tonight we are delighted to have Annabelle Latore Syria join us. First of all, let me ask you if there's anybody out there you want to give shout-outs to or hello, or what do you got to say to your public?
Thank you all for being here tonight and for supporting Blue Raiders basketball. And yeah, that's everything.
Annabelle is a sophomore with the Lady Raiders, and she is the first player ever to play for the Lady Raiders from Spain. So tell us a little bit about that, how you got to Middle Tennessee, how the recruiting process went, and kind of how you found out about MTSU and how they found out about you.
Okay, so 2 years before finishing high school, I got an offer from a team in London to play basketball over there. And I went to play there for my last 2 years of high school. And on my last year, I decided that I wanted to come to the States. So I found a guy in Spain that helped me to contact with Coach Matt. And we were talking for a few days, a few weeks. And he convinced me to come here because everything was like advantages when I was deciding to come here. The place is really nice, people is really nice, coaches really support us, and they really want us to improve every day. They are as passionate for the game as we are.
Well, and talk a little bit, I guess, about that opportunity. I know you, like a lot of our international players, when asked about what is one of the most rewarding things here, it's the opportunity. And I'm sure that's not just basketball, is it?
Yes. When I was in Spain, there was no way I could combine basketball and university studies, especially at this high level, because in Spain you have to, same as here, a lot of hours and a lot of effort in basketball, and here at school really helps you to, to combine both basketball and studies. While when I was in Spain, I had to cancel most of my classes to attend basketball practices, which it wasn't really good. But here, everyone, coaches and professors support us to, be able to play basketball at the level that we really want to.
Well, and you, like many of our Lady Raiders, have an exceptional grade point average and one of our brightest and, students academically. I know that's important to our president, Dr. Sidney McPhee, who's here tonight. Graduation rate, GPR, and so forth is very important, not only to Lady Raider basketball, but our entire athletic department. Did you get a sense of that during the recruiting process, that your education would be as important as the basketball?
Yes, because I would like to be an engineer in the future, so I was really looking towards education in all the schools that I was talking to, because I feel I came here for basketball and education, but education always goes first, because it's in terms of my future. And whenever I'm done playing basketball, I'm going to depend basically on my education, and I feel MTSU is a great place for that.
Right. Well, we're certainly glad to have you here. And Annabelle, being so far from home and so forth, can you talk about kind of how important your teammates are and the family atmosphere, that is Lady Raider basketball, especially to have those people to lean on? Because I'm sure at times it's tough, being so far from home and not being able to go back as frequently as some of the other players that are from here are able to do.
Mm-hmm. So coaches really understand our situation. For example, for Christmas, we weren't able to go back home. So me and Anastasia stayed at Coach Matt's house, taking care of his dog. And we had a really nice time because he really thought about us spending time with our families wasn't an option. So he offered his own house to us to stay over there. And I thought that was something that not everyone would do for any of their players. And that's something that meant a lot to me and to my family as well, because they were really worried about me not being able to going back home for Christmas.
Yeah. So I guess a requirement was to help take care of the dog, but not the kids. But tell us a little bit about maybe the culture in Spain. How is things different here than it is at home? Or what's similar?
The food is really different. Especially it's like more traditional food. Here is more like fast food. And it depends. In the south, people told me talk a lot, and I really like that because in Spain we really talk a lot and we're really open to talk to people.
Yeah.
And like that's the main difference. In basketball, people here really invest in sports, while in Spain you have basically to pay and to do a big sacrifice to be able to play a sport. Here they give you a lot of opportunities, and that's something that I love from the States.
Well, and speaking of basketball, you're still early in your career, so a lot of fans that aren't at practice probably don't have the opportunity to see this, but one thing I'm so impressed with about you is, one, what a team player you are. I don't know that anybody has more energy on the bench, cheering for their teammates and pulling the team through. But, at practice, too, I know you always give your all to help prepare the team to be ready for the next game and stuff. Talk a little bit about that and how you see your role right now as you continue to progress.
My role right now, I feel, is help everyone to get better as we are a team. I try to not think about myself, as sometimes I could be annoyed about it, but I always think about a team that we are going to win, and I'm going to do everything on my hands for that. Even though I would like to be doing different stuff, but I think that's what the team needs, and that's what I'm going to do. And that's what coaches are asking me to do, so whatever coaches say is whatever I have to do.
Well, speaking of that, you were part of a team championship last year. What was that like, being your first year here and winning a championship and being part of that experience?
Honestly, at first I didn't really know what was going on. And I had to ask one of my teammates, what was happening. And they explained me that we just won a conference. And it was a big thing, a big deal, because it was my first year here. Nobody spoke Spanish around me, so it took me a little bit to realize what was going on. But all of this was before the final. Once we won the final, I lost my voice. It was a great day. Yes, I really enjoyed that night.
I think that championship ring was a big deal too, wasn't it?
Yes, all my friends always ask me for pictures and videos about it.
All right, Annabelle. Well, appreciate you taking time to be with us here tonight, and best of luck to you in the future with Lady Raider basketball.
Thank you so much.
All right, that's Annabelle Latorre-Syria. We'll take a short break, and we'll be right back with freshman Anastasia Boldreva. You are listening to Rick Insell Live, powered by Learfield.
In America, the future belongs to everyone. So we built the trucks of the future for everyone. Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for 44 years straight. Built for performance and capability on and off-road. Because the trucks of the future aren't built for a few. They're built for America. Ford F-Series. Drive one today. Based on 1977 to 2020 calendar year total sales.
Murfreesboro Medical Clinic is proud to be the official medical group of MTSU Athletics. We all win big when we work as a team for better health. Just like MTSU's athletes and coaches, our healthcare professionals work tirelessly to make our community proud. At MMC, we really are true blue. MTSU is our hometown team, and your Your health is our mission. Visit mmclinic.com or call us at 615-893-4480.
Have you heard about the MTSU debit card from Ascend Federal Credit Union? Use it online, in stores, or add it to your mobile wallet. You can even use it at the 2 ATMs on campus if you need some cash. Visit one of Ascend's 4 Murfreesboro branches or visit Ascend online at ascend.org. Bank where Blue Raiders belong. Ascend Federal Credit Union, exclusive credit union of Blue Raider Athletics. Ascend is federally insured by NCUA.
Blue Raider fans, Lightning's Locker Room, powered by Textbook Brokers, is the place to get your Blue Raider gear. Open Monday through Friday from 8 to 6 and Saturday 10 to 4. Lightning's Locker Room is just across the street from Floyd Stadium at 1321 Greenland Drive. It has all the MT polos, hoodies, t-shirts, hats, and all the other game day gear you'll ever need. See the selection online at mtsugear.com or in Murphy Center on game days. Lightning's Locker Room, the official game day provider, powered by Textbook Brokers.
Woo! Got my nachos, got my big TV, and my favorite chair. It's game time. But you know, the only thing that would make it a little better is if I could listen to my local broadcasters while watching the game.
Oh, hello. You must have wished for your game to be synced with TV and radio.
I sure did.
Do you have a DVR?
You bet.
Do you have a streaming device?
Yeah.
Blammo! Your game is now synced. It's that easy.
Oh, boy.
To see if you can get synced, head to syncmygame.com from Learfield.
Syncmygame.com?
Syncmygame.com. It's a new season. Get ready for more men's and women's college sports excellence. Trophies will be awarded in June to schools who take the top spot in the 2021-22 Learfield Directors Cup. The premier award recognizes one winning institution in all competitive divisions. Follow your favorite team's progress as seasonal standings are announced at L Directors Cup on Twitter and online at directorscup.org. The crowning achievement in college athletics.
You're listening to MTSU Sports on WGNS.
All right, welcome back into Rick Insell Live from the Boulevard Bar and Grill here in Murfreesboro. We continue now with the player guest portion of the show, and delighted to have our 6'6" freshman from Moscow, Russia, Anastasia Boldrova, who just today was named Conference USA Freshman of the Week. So, Anastasia, I actually thought you should have been Freshman of the Week last week as well. I think you should have had it 2 weeks in a row, so I guess I haven't done my job as well as I should have. But just talk about the last 5 games. You're averaging almost 12 points and 6 rebounds per game, which is more than double your season average. So, you know, what has led to this turnaround for you, and what you've been able to do the last 2 weeks of the season?
First of all, when I came here, I was like not really confident in basketball, so my first games was not really good. Like, basketball here is really different than Russia, but I really feel that I improved since I came here because of my coaches. They helped me a lot and the whole team. So now I feel like a little bit more confident in the games. And I feel like I can do more. I feel like a little bit stronger in basketball, and I'm still improving, of course.
Well, and it looks like you're being more aggressive when you're getting the ball. You're looking to score, certainly battling on the boards. But when you talk about the difference between basketball in Russia and here, what are some of those differences?
The first and main difference is because, like, in Russia, the basketball not so strong. It's like more basketball. I can say like maybe of mind, not of physicality. So here you need to be like more strong in post because I was avoiding content and I was like not playing in post so much. So I was not really good post.
Well, you know, we've seen here lately, you're not afraid to step up and shoot the three. You know, you don't take many of them, but most of them go in. And also a nice mid-range shot. But was that part of your game in Russia when you're playing with the junior nationals as more of an outside attack?
Yeah, I prefer to play like outside of paint sometimes. So I had like some experience of threes and mid-range. So it's not a big deal for me.
Well, I'd imagine a 6'6" guard would be awfully tough to guard out there. So we'll have to keep seeing more about that. But, you know, a lot of people probably don't realize that you did not even get here until late September. You were like the last day that you could arrive and be eligible to play this year is the day that you got here. So talk a little bit about, again, the recruiting process, how Coach Insell had found out about you and what got you here and what also got you interested in coming here to MTSU.
Yeah, I started looking for a team, I think since last winter, like January, February, so about a year ago. And I was looking at a lot of teams like colleges, universities, but some of them was not ready for me. I mean, some of them said like, I'm not ready for them. I mean, yeah, and I failed one English test, so one of them said no to me too. And I think it was in July or June, I connected with Coach Matt, and he said like, yeah, of course you can come me, and like come here, we want to see you. And after that I started like to preparing to come here to do some tests and to get visa. It's like a big problem to get visa in Russia because everything's closed there. So it took me a long time to get it, and I came here like last day, like you said.
Was that an anxious time? Were you starting to get nervous as the process continued to delay, or did you have confidence that it was all going to work out?
No, I didn't have any confidence in that because it was like really hard, and I was like choosing between stay in Russia and come here, because if I didn't do it like this year, I could do it like next year maybe. But it was like, yeah, I didn't have confidence at all.
Well, I don't know who it was that told you you were not ready for them, but I'm certainly glad that you were ready for MTSU, and a big part of what is happening here at Middle Tennessee. Speaking of that, the team has played now 19 games, and you've started every one of those games. So every game of your college career here at MTSU you've started. Did you expect that, and kind of are you surprised, or where are you with where you are with what's happening early in your career?
Yeah, I was really surprised, to be honest. I was not expecting that because I was not expecting to play like any means the first games. But the main thing that coaches believe in me, so this chance to me like make me feel like better on the court, so I can play like better when I see that coaches trust me.
Well, and I think you see here in the early going, and I know at practice and at shoot-arounds when we're on the road, the confidence that Coach Insell, Rick Insell, puts in you and expects you to be a big part of the program. Is that kind of the trust you're talking about, knowing that not only are you out there, but you're really being counted on?
Yeah, I think that helped me a lot, what I was talking about.
And what have you enjoyed the most so far to this point about Lady Raider basketball?
I'm enjoying everything. I'm enjoying our coaches, they're really good. And I'm enjoying my team. Yeah, I was like, I didn't know what I'm waiting for. Like before I came here, I was like, what is this team about? Like how girls will like meet me and about this. But the girls are really good, kind. They're really helping me a lot. All my teammates, they're like trusting me too, like coaches, and they like love my game. So it's really good.
All right. Well, we think you're really good too, Anastasia, and I think the sky's the limit. I know the fans love watching you play, and they'll love watching your growth over the next 3+ seasons as a Lady Raider. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is Anastasia Boldrova, and we'll take a short break, and we come back more with Rick Insell Live, powered by Learfield.
Roscoe Brown is proud to be a longtime supporter of MTSU athletics and your locally owned HVAC and plumbing company. For 81 years, Roscoe Brown has been the trusted name in heating, cooling, and plumbing for Middle Tennessee homeowners and businesses. Call 1-888-MY-ROSCOE to schedule your HVAC or plumbing service today. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Roscoe Brown. People you know, a name you trust. Go Blue Raiders!
Roscoe Brown. RoscoeBrown.com.
Switching is easy. You do it all the time. You switch on the lights, you switch on TV channels, and you can switch and save with State Farm. Hello, I'm State Farm Agent Deb Insell, and I can switch you over so you can start saving today. My team and I are ready to welcome you to State Farm Neighborhood. It's easy to switch and save. Just give me a call at 931-684-5274. When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Las Casas Drugs is a proud sponsor of Blue Raider Athletics, located at 4702 Las Casas Pike, just minutes from Murfreesboro. Las Casas Drugs strives to provide all of your pharmaceutical needs in that hometown atmosphere you deserve. Family-owned and operated, Las Casas Drugs offers free delivery, immunizations, drive-through window, gift shop, merchandise, and medication management programs. Come by and see how we can make a difference. And go Blue Raiders. Middle Tennessee Electric proudly supports the Blue Raiders, and we're proud to power the scoreboard lights at Murphy Center. When it comes to the electric service in the community, you can always trust MTE to do what's best for our members. We serve by providing affordable, reliable, safe electricity and outstanding member services. Here at MTE, we serve to make life better for our members and their communities. Visit MTE.com to learn more. And about that scoreboard, well, light it up, Blue Raiders.
The Blue Raiders play here. WGNS, Murfreesboro, Smyrna.
Welcome back into Rick Insell Live for the final time on this Monday night. I want to bring this to your attention. Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance, proud to offer official orthopedic coverage to Middle Tennessee State University athletes. TOA's 60-plus specialists are experts in bones, joints, and muscles and have the expertise to get you back in the game. With the convenience of 18 locations and 3 urgent care clinics, they've got you covered. So to request an appointment, visit TOA.com or call them at their office, 855-NEED-TOA. Good job by Tony, and two of our international players. Coach did an outstanding job.
Absolutely fine young ladies. Annabelle, Anastasia both, they're just unbelievable team players. I'm telling you, Annabelle is our biggest cheerleader, one of our hardest workers, great student. This is what you recruit for, and that's what we got. Anastasia's come in. I think both of them are straight A students, and she was even a little bit behind, but still caught up and is doing a great job, and has got a great future ahead of her. Her mother sent her here for us to get her stronger and to get her ready, and I think that she one day will be playing in the league.
All right, we've got about 4 or 5 minutes left here before we have to close it out. Thought we might talk a little bit about our conference standings, and they're going to be looking different after this week.
Well, I think one of the things we might need to mention is our net ranking. I think as of this morning, we were in the lower 50s. That's out of 364 schools, so that shows you that we've got – I say this all the time. We got one of the top women's basketball programs in the nation. Have we won a national championship? Not yet, but we still got it on our mind. And, if you go back to John Wooden, he was there 16 years at UCLA before he really had a successful and was able to win a national championship and then went on that run. Well, I don't know that we'll do what John Wooden did, but one day, I don't know if it's me or whomever, is going to be playing for a national championship because we got that type of program right here at Middle Tennessee State.
You heard it right here. Charlotte is leading the division, but we're right on their heels along with a couple of other teams, Western and Old Dominion.
Well, if you look at, we've got 4 losses. We've lost in 2 overtimes. And in the other 2 games, we lost by 1 point. So, we're in every game. We just we played 5 games in a row where we had one of our starters out because of the COVID protocol. And so I was real proud of we had to play our players in different positions, and we had our chemistry and our substitution and all of that played a part. And plus, we went to UTEP, come right back and went to the Floridas, and I'm telling you, it tired me out, and I know it tired my coaches. I know it tired you, and it had to tire some of our players out. The positive part about that was we were not in class at that time, so that we had to take it and go with it. But we won the conference, so 5 out of the first 7 games we played on the road.
I don't think there's any doubt that we had the toughest schedule among all of the women's teams in our league.
Well, we've got some very quality basketball teams in Conference USA, and Some of them chose to leave us, and that's their problem. It's not ours, because we're going to continue on with this conference. That's one of the things, and he's here tonight. Dr. McPhee met with all of us coaches and said, trust him. Him and Chris was there arm in arm and said, trust them. We were going to take this league where it needs to be, and we did. All of our coaches was there at that meeting, including Coach Hayes was there at that meeting over at the administration building. But we've got a good conference, and it's going to remain a good conference. And, you know, hopefully instead of getting 1 or 2, we can get 2 or 3 people in, 2 or 3 teams into the NCAA tournament before this thing's all said and done.
Okay, it's a 1-game week. UAB coming in here, the leader in the West, on Saturday at 5 o'clock. We've always had a good series with them, tough, close games.
You know, they're well coached again. They do a good job. You know, he's a little different in how he does his non-conference schedule, but he's been successful, so what can you say? His players play hard. They shoot the 3. They run the floor. They've got a couple of young ladies inside. They're doing a great job. They're leading the conference in rebounding. It's going to be a tough game. We're going to have to play well, and I think they know what to expect when they come in here. They're going to have to play well to compete with us, so it'll be another great Saturday afternoon of women's basketball.
So we face another conference leader Saturday in the Weathersby young lady, leading the league in field goal percentage and in rebounding. And she is tough to handle inside.
Well, I think this year we may have a better shot at it because of Anastasia. And Anastasia's length helps us with that. Now, she's not as strong as some of those people that she has to guard and defend, but she's going to get there.
Okay, that's
hey, love y'all. Thank y'all very much.
Thank everybody for coming, and be with us next week at 6 o'clock for Rick Insell Live. Chip Walters and Coach Nick McDevitt coming up with Nick McDevitt Live on the Blue Raider Network from Learfield.
This has been Rick Insell Live, presented by Ascend Federal Credit Union, the exclusive credit union of Blue Raider Athletics. Our coverage is also brought to you by Ascension St. Thomas, official hospital partner of MTSU, and by Lewis Bakeries, bakers of Bunny, Sunbeam, and Healthy Life Breads. The preceding has been a Learfield presentation of the Blue Raider Network, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports. News Radio WGNS, Murfreesboro, Smyrna. The Blue Raiders play here.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's David Gascon.
Lead things off in the NFL. Brian Daboll, the new head coach of the Giants, checking on in, talking about a bunch of different things.
He's got the right mindset. There's a lot of things to like about Daniel, and we'll just take it one day at a time. We'll work with him. We'll help him get better. It takes a lot to raise a quarterback, if you will. We're going to try to give him some stability and just take it from there.
Meanwhile, switching gears to what's going on in the court today, college basketball. De'Aaron Fox, he's not playing today for the New York Knicks. Speaking of the New York Knicks, they're in business today against the Kings at 7:30 Eastern. Heat and Celtics in about 30 minutes from now. 76ers and Grizzlies just underway. Clippers and Pacers the same from Indiana. Cavaliers and Pelicans getting things underway from Cleveland. And the nightcap will take place in OKC, Trailblazers, and the Thunder. AP Top 25 college basketball is out. Auburn, your top dog, followed by Gonzaga, UCLA, Purdue, Kentucky.
On the Blue Raider Network, from Learfield, welcome to Nick McDevitt Live, powered by Middle Tennessee Electric, your locally owned electric cooperative and your trusted energy advisor. Our coverage is also brought to you by Ascend Federal Credit Union, the exclusive credit union of Blue Raider Athletics, and by Ascension St. Thomas, official hospital partner of MTSU. Be part of the show by emailing your questions to radio@goblueraiders.com. Now, here is your host, the voice of the Blue Raiders, Chip Walters.
And welcome in tonight to the Boulevard here across from the MTSU campus, located at the corner of Middle Tennessee and East Main. And Coach Nick McDevitt joins us here this evening in another packed house tonight on a chilly Monday night, and it's a fun night when both teams come in and 4 wins the past week and everybody's having a good time.
That wasn't a bad Thursday, Saturday there.
No, it was not. Appreciate everybody being here.
Absolutely, this is great.
Right off the top, want to remind everybody that next week, because of the 2 rescheduled games, next Monday night, the men will be playing UTSA. So the shows next week will be on Tuesday night. Same goes on the weekend of the 21st and 22nd. So we'll move it to Tuesday night on that week. But we have your wife and I have some big plans for Valentine's night for the show.
Whoa. My wife and I have some big plans.
I know you do.
For Valentine's Day.
But for the show, she and I are working on some things for Valentine's night. Hope everybody will just kind of keep in mind on that. But Blue Raiders go on the road to Marshall and to Western Kentucky, pick up road wins in both places. Your winning streak is now 5 games, and all in the conference. And when you woke up this morning, all alone in the top of the standings in the Eastern Division, the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders.
Yes, pretty good. Obviously, there's still a lot of basketball left to be played, but our guys are playing well. And I told them. Once we got off the bus after the Western Kentucky game, or after we pulled back into campus, that I thought we earned those wins leading into the road trip. Our prep on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday was really focused, really good, and they went out and executed the game plan really, really well. And you have to win road games like that. And then, Thursday we were good. Friday's prep was good. Saturday morning's prep was good. And, you're just hoping you can kind of get the icing on the cake at the end of a really good week. One of the best weeks that we've had, if not our best week. Not only the games, that was a lot of fun. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. But the prep leading into it was at a high level.
What do you attribute that to? Because success can breed success, and as a teacher, when those players are enjoying that feeling of what they are doing,
they like the taste of it.
All of a sudden, they figured, that's how that's happening.
Yeah, and just trying to fine tune things. You're able to spend more time on the floor. We haven't had any disruptions, any layoffs, so they're kind of in a rhythm right now.
And actually getting back into school. You're kind of back to a normal schedule.
Exactly, and I think it's really helped our team, and that's a good thing because here in about 5 days, the games are going to be coming hot and heavy. Once the UAB game on Saturday kicks off an 11 games and 28-day stretch. And so as long as we can kind of stay in this nice rhythm that we're in and stay healthy, that could lend itself to some success over that 4-week stretch.
Yeah, and the 2 games, UTSA and UTEP, that were postponed New Year's weekend, it was supposed to be the opening 2 games of the conference schedule for Middle Tennessee at home. But, if you find a silver lining in there somewhere, now – you're going to have 2 more 3-game homestands heading down the stretch, and for a first-place team, take advantage of that.
Yeah, no doubt. We after the UAB game, 6 of our next 8 are at home. We'll have 3 at home. Then we make the Florida trip to play FAU and FIU, and then come back in 3 more in a row at home. So that bodes well, assuming we can stay healthy. Obviously, you just can't chalk up wins, but our guys have enjoyed playing here at the Glass House. We haven't lost at home this year, and really a year plus. I think we've won 11 in a row there, so it'd be nice to get back there next week.
And the old home fans have enjoyed both teams going undefeated at home this year. That's a lot of fun.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty strong. The first stop on this road trip was in West Virginia against Marshall. A team that had not won a game yet in the conference, but when you go into the Cam Henderson with that style of play that they play, and then they've got Tavion Kinsey, who may be one of the toughest guards in all of the league, you better be at your best. And you guys, all night before taking care of business in that final minute.
Yeah, we were just kind of hanging in there, hanging tough. Their style of play makes them hard to play. You know, they're one of the fastest playing teams in the country. They ball screen you to death, and as soon as you make a mistake in ball screen action defensively, they're able to just kind of throw it at the rim because they have so many athletes and they're all over the rim. And Tavion Kinsey, 6'5", and an elite athlete, a high-level athlete. So you just can't afford to make mistakes on them defensively or else they score. And I thought we were locked in. We looked actually today at some film, some things we'll have to correct when they come back here.
Yep, you put 4 players in double figures, very balanced scoring. Cam Weston led the way with 19 points. That night he was 6 of 9 from the field, and
that was a nice one.
Yes.
His baseline drive dunk was
yes.
About as high level of athletic play that you'll see.
Yeah, it was. And and then, down in that final minute, you guys did all of the things that are hallmarks of a good team. At the end of the game on our stat monitor, it has trends. And you guys finished it on a 6-0 run. They were on a 2-minute and 40-second drought. Mm-hmm. You hit your free throws. Just a lot of really good things that you could bring back later as positive teaching moments on how to close out a game.
No doubt. We were down 4. I guess it was less than minutes to go in the game, and we were able to execute a play to get Donovan Sims open, and he made a clutch 3 that made it a 1-point game. We were able to go down and get a stop, and then they fouled us, and Cam Weston made 2 free throws with about 6 seconds left when it's a 1-and-1, and you got to step up there and make them. And those are tough situations, and we were able to make it and go down on the other end and get a big stop without fouling.
Dish had a really good game. He had 16 points, and he had 5 rebounds that night, and he always pitches in a couple of assists. And I thought he was really good, especially going against another 7-footer.
And athletes
yes.
all around him. I mean, there was a time when Dish was a high-level athlete just like those guys. Obviously, after his knee injury several years ago, he had to change his style of play, but he was so good. We were down 3, and on back-to-back possessions in ball screen action, he was actually swiping it away from their guards. Their guards tried to split our ball screen defense, and Dish was the one taking it from him. So he's not necessarily swiping shots away at the rim anymore like he used to, but he's still a big part of us defensively.
Are they missing Jared West?
For sure.
He went to Louisville. He was a point
Jared
guard.
West was their quarterback. I mean, he was tough, gritty, and also kind of slid everybody down a position from where they are. What I mean by that is he was their point guard, and now what it's done is the guy that played the 2 last year is now playing the 1. The 3's playing the 2. The 4's playing the 3. The 5's playing the 4. And you get a sense that they're just each one of them are just kind of one spot out of what they're comfortable with. That doesn't mean they're not capable players, but you can just tell they need him. And it's tough losing a guy like that. I mean, he's tough, been there for a long time, 4-year college player. Now he's using his extra year at Louisville.
Yeah, but they came back on Marshall came back on Saturday night and without Kinsey beat UAB.
Mm-hmm.
And so it just shows you that any given night on the road.
We were telling our guys, and this is true. I mean, you look at their record and then watch them play on film, and those two things do not match up.
Yeah.
They are way better than their record. That was their first conference win. Was the other night. But if you look at their scores, they were like 10, 12 points away from having a very different record. And you never know when all of a sudden they taste a little victory and they get on a roll. I'm glad they did it 48 hours later.
Absolutely. Our opening segment was brought to you by the Murfreesboro Post, covering daily news from Murfreesboro. Pick one up around town every Monday or log on to MurfreesboroPost.com anytime. We'll take a break. We're at the Boulevard. Nick McDevitt live on the Blue Raider Network from Learfield.
You're looking good.
At Kroger, fresh groceries are our thing, so we do freshness checks on the items in your delivery order at every step of their journey from our farms to our stores. And pick and pack every blue, raz, and strawberry in your free pickup order with the utmost care. Because we believe in treating your food the same way we'd want ours to be treated. It's the golden rule, only for like fresh fruit and stuff. Order now using the mobile app. We're fresh every day, so shop anyway. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Free pickup on orders of $35 or more. Restrictions may apply.
It's just a few cocktails at happy hour.
There aren't any cops around. After every game, we always have a few. It's no big deal.
It was just a few drinks. I'm good.
Hey, I can hold my liquor.
I drink and drive all the time.
If you put away some drinks, put away your keys. Fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office.
Whether you go online or go in person, City Auto in Murfreesboro is where you go to see a gazillion cars and choose the one that's right for you. And there's no better time to go than now because we have a bigger, brand new facility. It's the easy, comfortable, convenient way to find what you're looking for. Remember, cityauto.com is where you go to find your car online. And the all-new City Auto campus in Murfreesboro is where you go to see it in person. Go now, and we'll see you there.
Have you heard about the MTSU debit card from Ascend Federal Credit Union? Use it online, in stores, or add it to your mobile wallet. You can even use it at the 2 ATMs on campus if you need some cash. Visit one of Ascend's 4 Murfreesboro branches or visit Ascend online at ascend.org. Bank where Blue Raiders belong. Ascend Federal Credit Union, exclusive credit union of Blue Raider Athletics. Ascend is federally insured by NCUA.
Luxuriously designed, exquisitely detailed, first in its class, corner to corner a true work of art, capable of going from $0 to $300,000 in a few seconds flat. Are we talking about a sports car? Oh no, we're talking about Jumbo Bucks Premium Edition instant games from the Tennessee Lottery. So test drive the new gold standard and instant tickets today. The Tennessee Lottery, game-changing fun. Please play responsibly.
You buy something because you found it at a low price, and soon you realize it's no bargain because you really needed something better. It happens all the time, especially with car insurance. But the good news is you can get the right coverage at the right price. Just talk to me, State Farm Agent Bud Morris. I'll help you get the right coverage at a price that's right for you. Call me at 893-1417 today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
I'm Bud Morris, providing insurance and financial services.
The flagship station for Blue Raider sports, WGNS.
Welcome back into the Boulevard tonight. Bud Light proudly welcomes fans back to Middle Tennessee State University. This year, Bud Light is for the fans. And, Coach, while they are still here, want to welcome some new members to the athletic staff who are, a lot of them are here tonight, sitting back toward the back as the Lee DeLeon, the new deputy AD, has put together the staff that will be running the Blue Raider Athletic Association. Hans Mailbranch, stand up, wave to folks. He is now the new director of the Blue Raider Athletic Association. Assistant AD for Development, Robert Sampson, is here. Robert, you back there? He may be standing out in the big room. Also, Director of Special Events, Leanne Bruton. Everybody knows Leanne. We've seen her for years. And let's see here, Amani Smith, who has been the workhorse. She is still here with us, so we appreciate all that. And Associate AD for Development, Claire Friels. Is Claire here tonight?
She is not.
She's not here tonight, but welcome your BRAA staff, and they have their doors are open and phones available for you to talk to them with whatever's on your mind with Blue Raider Athletics. All right, you took a trip back from Huntington to Bowling Green on Friday. And you talked about your practice on Friday. What was so good about that practice on Friday night when your guys walked into to Diddle Arena?
I think one of the hardest things to do after an emotional win is move on to the next. And we were behind for the majority, really, of the Marshall game. You just felt like it was always a 4 or 5 point game. And to win it the way we did, to Donovan's 3, the free throws by Cam, to get a stop with 0.3 seconds to go in the game. I mean, it was really the last play of the game. And you're on the road, and it's our first road win in league play. And it was fun. And the guys were emotional after the game and just excited. The locker room was great. And to enjoy that, but in the right way, because all of a sudden you're just enjoying it so much still on Friday that you forget that you got a big one the next day. And I just thought we got back to business on Friday. And, perhaps that was because it was Western, but at the same time, I just thought we won a really good one on the road, and that's a 4.5-hour bus ride, and it was cold, it was snowing, and there for about a 20-30 minute stretch, it was really snowing, and that travel is just not easy. And all of a sudden, you get off the bus, and there's kind of that excuse, if you will, of we had a great win and I'm tired and your practice is not good. Yeah. And we were good, and you just started to get a feeling like they're ready to play another one.
Yeah,
and that was encouraging.
I tell you, on the drive up, and I told you after the game, I just had a feeling that Josh was going to have a really big game, and he did. He put the team on his shoulders, and I also stopped at a traffic light, and I looked up, and there's a street sign, Dishman Lane. I said, that's an omen right there. It's going to be a good day for the Raiders.
Make sure you take that same route every time you go to Bowling Green.
Exactly. The game got going, and it didn't take long for you guys to get a lead that I think it was 16-14. You were down by a point, 14-13. Hit a 3, went up. You never relinquished that lead. Now, they made some runs at you in the second half, and you could kind of hear that diddle noise start to come up a little bit, but you had an answer every time.
Yeah, it was. Sometimes it's not just the amount, but it's the timing of those big plays and those big shots. And we made some timely baskets right when they were making a run. Each time, you just felt like we had an answer, and it was different guys. Clearly, Donovan and Josh played extremely well in the offensive end. I mean, those two guys combined for 53 points on 22 shots, 8 for 11 and 7 for 11. To score 50-plus on 22 shots is really hard to do, and to do that was a big part of that game. But as you said, we were able to take the lead pretty early, and we led for about 37 minutes of the 40.
Season 99 of Middle Tennessee basketball continues today from historic Diddle Arena in Bowling Green, Kentucky.
Let's go battle. Come on.
Everything you got right now.
Stay out in front the majority of the night. They made the run late when they made 3 threes in 3 possessions. That was a stretch where you just felt like a rattled team or an immature team or overly emotional team gets rattled and you lose one on the road, especially in that place. And we just made the plays down the stretch.
Your depth played a big role in that game. You're playing 10, 11 guys. They're playing 6 or 7 right now. And you hit 15 threes because they can't expend that much energy to guard the entire perimeter and chase you around.
Yeah, and when you've got a 7'5" shot blocker, you want to make sure that you're keeping him to the rim. I would too. I wouldn't want my 7'5" guy run around the three-point line trying to chase shooters. And so they play a lot of 2-3 zone. They sit back in a little bit. They sag a little bit, if you will, in their man-to-man. And they kind of dare you to make some, I guess you'd say, softly contested threes. They're not really over-pressuring you, but they're going to just dare you to make one with your hand in the face over and over and over, and we did.
15 times on the day, 15 of 26 from 3.
Yeah.
15 of your 31 field goals were for that extra point. You guys scored 51 points in the second half. And one question, you got a lot of new faces on this team, a lot of guys, and did the older guys do a good job of explaining to them what this game means year in, year out?
Man, when you're in this town, you know what this game means year in and year out. That's obviously a rivalry game, but our new players do get it. Clearly Don Sims grew up in this town and has been on this team for 5 years, so he knows, and he was pretty sure to make sure that our whole team understood what this was about. And Elon Lawrence was kind of right there with him.
Yeah, Eli doesn't get emotional, does he?
No, he's pretty level-headed, laid back. But he wanted that one, and so did the rest of the guys. It was a great team effort.
I'm just glad you zoomed in Bob Verbal for your practice on Friday to kind of work on your three-point shot, because he's the guy.
We talked about it last week.
He's the shot doctor. That's right.
Hey, we got him in there.
All right.
He went to work.
Raiders win it 93-85. That's always good to hear. Blue Raider fans, get ahead of the game with the best home services team in town. For your heating, air conditioning, plumbing, electrical, and home improvement needs, Lee Company is the team to call. 615-867-1000 or leecompany.com. Couple of player guests, including the man with 31 points, Josh Jefferson. He'll be with us when we return. You're listening to Nick McDevitt live on the Blue Raider Network from Learfield.
Get your ice cold Bud Light Seltzer here. Even though you can't go to the game, doesn't mean the game can't be brought to you now here. Just go to budlight.com/delivery. That's budlight.com/delivery.
Give me 2 mangoes.
Coming at you. It's a little short. Ow. Sorry. You know what? I'm just going to walk them over to you.
Whenever there's a game to watch, there's a Bud Light there. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, and Bud Light Seltzer. IRC Beer in Texas, St. Louis, Missouri.
Ticket Smarter is glad we are back to holding live events. If you are looking to buy tickets to the best sports, concerts, and theater events all at the very best price, look no further than Ticketsmarter.com or on the app. Buying tickets at Ticketsmarter will help support children in need. For every ticket transaction on Ticketsmarter, $1 will be donated to a children's charity. Ticketsmarter is proud to be the official ticketing partner of MTSU Athletics. Ticketsmarter, a smarter way to buy tickets.
Hey Blue Raiders fans, the Mint Gaming Hall at Kentucky Downs is a proud partner of your Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders. For good times and big wins, the Raiders and the Mint Gaming Hall deliver both. Located close by in Franklin, Kentucky, the Mint Gaming Hall is your spot for great food, cold drinks, and big jackpots. Win yourself a BMW 228i this winter in the Drive to Win promotion. Earn entries daily and qualify on Fridays. Check out themintgaming.com for all the details. Get your big hit today.
The Murfreesboro Post is Rutherford County's sports leader. No one covers high school sports like the Post. Now you can receive the Murfreesboro Post delivered by mail each week to your home for only $20 a year. Sign up at murfreesboropost.com and click subscribe, and we will get your delivery of the Murfreesboro Post started. That's murfreesboropost.com for delivery of the Murfreesboro Post.
Las Casas Drugs is a proud sponsor of Blue Raider Athletics, located at 4702 Las Casas Pike, just minutes from Murfreesboro. Las Casas Drugs strives to provide all of your pharmaceutical needs in that hometown atmosphere you deserve. Family-owned and operated, Las Casas Drugs offers free delivery, immunizations, drive-through window, gift shop, merchandise, and medication management programs. Come by and see how we can make a difference. And go Blue Raiders.
Roscoe Brown is proud to be a longtime supporter of MTSU Athletics and your locally owned HVAC and plumbing company. For 81 years, Roscoe Brown has been the trusted name in heating, cooling, and plumbing for Middle Tennessee homeowners and businesses. Call 1-888-MY-ROSCOE to schedule your HVAC or plumbing service today. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Roscoe Brown. People you know, a name you trust. Go Blue Raiders!
Roscoe Brown. RoscoeBrown.com.
The Blue Raiders on News Radio WGNS.
Welcome back into Nick McDevitt Live, and glad to have you with us live from the Boulevard tonight. Right across from the MTSU campus, a one-game week for Middle Tennessee, as the Blue Raiders will travel to Birmingham for a Saturday afternoon tilt against the UAB Blazers. Two player guests tonight. Want to welcome our first one in, a 6'6" freshman from Selma, Alabama. He is Justin Buford. Good to see you, JB.
Good to see you too, Chip.
Yep. Talk a little bit about, I always like when guys who are on their first year with the team, kind of tell me what put Middle on your radar, and how do you think you got on Middle's radar and you ended up here?
Probably my college, my JUCO college coach. Like I said in my other interviews, La Tech was pursuing me too, but my JUCO college coach, Randy Pulley, he knows Coach Turner Battle real good, so they talked a lot, and got in contact, and they contacted me, and it was like, this would be a good move for me. And so I took it. I took their word for it because I trust Coach Pulley, and now me and Coach Turner Battle have a great relationship too. So that's how it happened.
Turner's a good dude, isn't he?
Yes, sir. I love him.
I tell you, in Turner, the impression I get of Turner, and I've seen him coach when he was at UAB, and he went on to East Tennessee, and now he's here. You play like Turner coaches, and that is with an edge and with toughness. And is that what you want to be? Is that what you want your reputation on the floor to be?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Yeah. Now you were in the starting lineup for about 14 straight games, and you and Tyler have kind of battled for a spot there. What is it? Does it matter to you whether you're starting or whether you're coming off? Because this team is so deep, and everybody's going to play, and everybody's going to play a role.
Yes, sir. No, sir. It doesn't bother me at all. Tyler's a great dude. He's a great competitor. He's a great athlete. Everybody here knows that. And I love Tyler, and Tyler gets the job done just like anybody else on the team can.
Now, he's from Calera, Alabama.
Yes, sir.
And you're from Selma. And did you all ever cross paths in high school?
No, sir. I seen him a couple times, and I heard about him. It was like he was a bad man in high school, but I never crossed paths with him.
Calera's over there close to the Big Peach, isn't it, on I-65? Isn't it right on I-65?
Yes, sir.
Now, Selma is closer to Montgomery.
Yes, sir.
Talk about growing up in that town and and what it stands for from a historical perspective. Did you all know how important that community was and what it means as we continue along in our American struggle?
Yes, sir. That city stands for like a lot historically. We learned it like since we were small, you know what I'm saying, like civil rights movement and stuff. It plays a big role, an important role. That's why they have a celebration every year, the Jubilee. Great celebration. If you ever can catch it, go catch it. But it's hard coming from Selma, you know what I'm saying. It has its struggles. Not many people make it out of Selma, so making it out is a real big thing, and to make it to a place like this is a real accomplishment for me.
That's very well said. Thank you. And because it is, and we just had Dr. Martin Luther King Day, and that's a big thing in our community and on our campus, and so I think you kind of came to the right place with that in mind. Let's see, we're going to turn that down just a little bit. So, talk a little bit about where we are right now. We're heading down the stretch. We played 20 games. You got about 10 left. What does this team need to continue to do to be where you want to be when it comes tournament time?
Just keep playing hard. If you ever seen one of our practices, it's like almost like we don't know each other. Like today was a great day at practice. Like we really go at each other. Like it's nothing fun about it. Like everybody just after each other. It's dog eat dog at practice, and we know that. So we do that to each other. So imagine what we would do to another team when it's time to come together and join together. I know you've seen the picture that we took at Marshall when we was in the huddle tight. Yeah. That's us.
Yeah.
It's a real brotherhood.
I tell you, that is one thing. This team gets along so well. And it's been a lot of years since I've seen teams, if folks hung around after a home game, that if you hang around long enough to hear our post-game show and are in the building, you're going to see 2 or 3 guys come back out after a game and get up shots after a home game. This team likes to get in the gym. They like to get better and don't mind beating and banging on each other a little bit to get that toughness level up, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, good deal. Justin, it is such what you bring to this team from that level of toughness, rebounding, playing defense, and just a zap of energy when you come in the ball game. It means a whole lot to all of us, I'll tell you that.
Yes,
so
sir.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, Justin Buford joins us here on Nick McDevitt Live. We're going to take a timeout. Josh Jefferson is our guest when we return here on the Blue Raider Network from Learfield.
What do you think of when you hear community, integrity, commitment, tradition, and partners? The folks at Sodexo know it's family, friends, neighbors, and coworkers. The people we live with, work with, share our world with, and the fans we love to serve. Sodexo is community. It's a community of more than 200 100 employees and nonprofit volunteers, and the thousands of fans we serve at MTSU. Sodexo is a community of people who are committed to enhancing your game day experience. Sodexo, proud server of your game day concession needs and proud to serve the Blue Raiders.
Hi, we're RJ Young. We offer technology solutions that power your business, school, hospital, church, law firm, and more. RJ Young will empower your office to be the modern office. That means an office that integrates technology as a business advantage, all to help you work smarter. From managed IT services, office equipment and technology, business process outsourcing, and digital communications, we're proud to be your one-stop for technology solutions that power your business. Come visit us at rjyoung.com.
Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity that could have changed your life. Maybe you're just graduating high school, or are working and need to earn a degree to advance your career. Or you aspire to be a leader, and a graduate degree can make that happen. Whether you're just starting out or retooling for the future, Middle Tennessee State University can help you get there. MTSU, the University of Opportunities.
Every week, our Blue Raiders go the extra mile to make sure they're at their very peak. At Sunbelt Bakery, they do the same thing to make sure their granola bars are at their peak. Every week, Sunbelt Bakery brings new batches of granola bars from their bakery to your neighborhood. That's why Sunbelt Bakery's granola bars taste like they just baked them. Because they did. Try a Sunbelt Bakery granola bar today and taste the difference. Sunbelt Bakery. Bakery fresh taste. No preservatives.
Middle Tennessee Electric proudly supports the Blue Raiders, and we're proud to power the scoreboard lights at Murphy Center. When it comes to the electric service in the community, you can always trust MTE to do what's best for our members. We serve by providing affordable, reliable, safe electricity and outstanding member services. Here at MTE, we serve to make life better for our members and their communities. Visit MTE.com to learn more. And about that scoreboard, well, light it up, Blue Raiders.
At Tri-Green, we stand behind you with smart solutions to keep your property looking its best. Like our Smart Savings event, where you can get a 1023E tractor for just $90 per month. That's with 0% financing for 84 months. Find more smart savings at TriGreenEquipment.com.
Offer ends 1/31/2021, subject to approved installment credit with John Deere Financial. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Time to try green. It's time to try green.
The Blue Raiders on News Radio WGNS, Murfreesboro, Smyrna.
And welcome back in to the Boulevard. Tonight's show brought to you in part by Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance, proud to offer official orthopedic coverage to Middle Tennessee athletes. TOA's 60-plus specialists are experts in bones, joints, and muscles and have the expertise to get you back in the game. With the convenience of 18 locations and 3 urgent care clinics, they've got you covered. To request an appointment, visit TOA.com or call 855-NEED-TOA. Josh Jefferson joins us here on the show tonight. Glad to have him with us.
Sir, glad to be here.
Yep. Blue Raiders coming off 2 road wins at Marshall and at Western Kentucky on Saturday. And just go have a day, my friend. 31 points on the afternoon in Bowling Green. 7 of 9 from 3, 8 of 9 from the free throw line. And just
appreciate it.
Very, 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 very proud of you. And you stepped in at the right time and you hit that first one. How important is it for you and your karma for that first one to go down?
When I was more so younger, it was a big thing. But now with experience, I know if I hold my release and stuff, it'll be fine. So
yep, got to have good form.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about that road trip and just in general, like Coach said, you know, the preparation as you went through the week. What made it a good week?
Just how competitive everyone is. We know how big the rivalry is. I think it's 100. What is it? 100 miles of hay or something. We know how big it would be. So just having that competitive juices going and wanting to get the win. So it was good.
Well, apparently you like the western part of the Commonwealth of Kentucky because you had 29 at Murray State and 31 in Bowling Green. So 60 in those 2 games against 2 really good teams.
Yeah.
So, you guys had to face the Western team on Saturday that had, you know, a legit 7'5" guy, and one guy's not going to stop him. So you got to come up with a plan defensively. What was it to play keep away? What was the plan on how to deal with him?
Man, with a 7'5" player, it's not just one thing you have to do, but you have to have a lot of people in the paint, and you have to be moving. So Dish did a great job. Helpside did a great job. And got the win. Everybody contributed great. So it was just a great game.
Now, when you were in there, when a guy like yourself or JB get in there and you're making those paint touches, and all of a sudden you go up and there he is. And coaches will say, go, play through him and don't let him alter your shot. But that's hard to get through your head.
Yeah, when your head's like at his belly button, you really don't know. But it was fun.
Yeah, indeed it was. Now, Saturday, you're from New Albany, Indiana.
Yes, sir.
And so that is just outside the city of Louisville, just across the Ohio River. That is an excellent high school and very competitive high school basketball area. Tell us about your high school experience.
Yeah, high school was great. In Indiana, I feel like personally Indiana has the best high school basketball. But
you're allowed.
It was just a good run. We won state my senior year. So.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, so it was fun.
Yeah. Now, did you all ever cross the river and play any non-conference games against the good teams in the city of Louisville?
Only in the summertime.
In the summer.
They didn't want to see us during the fall, but summertime.
Now you have a big family in southern Indiana, and you told me after the game that because a bunch of them came down to Bowling Green on Saturday, that there were some people in your family that had never seen you play basketball before. Is that true?
Yeah, my brother and my cousin, and then all my nieces and nephews and stuff. So.
Not even in high school?
Mm-mm.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was amazing. It was special. It was a perfect day for me. So.
Now, did you have that on your mind as the game kind of unfolded?
I tried not to think about it as much. Like, I woke up and tried to watch, random videos and focus on the game plan and stuff. But it's hard just knowing, like people close to you that you love is going to finally get to see you play and just how big of a game it is and stuff. So it was just a special day, but I try not to think about it too much.
Every time there's a timeout, you're walking right over there, and there's they're all sitting right behind the bench over there. But when you got going, you hear people all the time say, oh, he's in a zone or whatever. I swear, and Kyle will say this too when we're broadcasting a game, when something leaves your hand, it looks like it's going in. And they're not all going to go in, but you get yourself in a great position. Take us through what you when you shoot the basketball. Obviously you have moves and all that, but how do you get your body right to get in that position where when something leaves your hand, it looks like it's going to go in every time?
I would just say hard work and consistency. I feel like shooting is something, if you work at it enough, you're going to be able to get it eventually, and then your confidence has to be up too. And, I have teammates around me doing incredible things. I don't know if y'all seen Don dunk. Did anybody see that?
Yeah, we did.
Okay. I didn't know if I was dreaming.
I was unprepared to call Donovan Sims dunk.
Yeah.
I was ready for a call for a layup, but I called it. But he surprised me.
It's just like when you're around so much talent, your confidence is up and you're feeling good and you work hard. Your shot is going to fall. So it's just hard work, I say.
And a lot of that's made in the summertime, like you said, getting in the gym. What would be a normal summer day? How many shots would you get up?
It depends. I don't want to come up here and say a number that one day I didn't do, but I try to get up a lot of shots.
Yeah, well, it shows because you have an ease about you on the floor and a quiet confidence. I love the way that you play, and you don't make a big deal out of it. You just go do the job, and you did the job for sure on Saturday. Now, turn around. You got to go to UAB this week. UAB has been, up to this point, arguably the best team in the league. They lost at Marshall. So it's going to be two teams going at it hard. They're our travel partner. And so I asked JB, I'll ask you, what does this team need to do over the next 4 weeks in the regular season to be ready for conference tournament play?
I think just continue to believe in each other, keep playing hard, and sticking together. If we do that, I feel like we'll be fine.
Can this team win a championship?
For sure.
Good deal.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
all for that. I'm all for that. Hudson joining us here tonight. He, along with Justin Buick, again in a moment. You're listening to Nick McDevitt live on the Blue Raider Network from Learfield.
In America, the future belongs to everyone, so we built the trucks of the future for everyone. Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for 44 years straight. Built for performance and capability on and off-road. Because the trucks of the future aren't built for a few. They're built for America. Ford F-Series. Drive one today. Based on 1977 to 2020 calendar year total sales.
Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance takes great pride in treating Middle Tennessee State University athletes. Experts in bones, joints, and muscles, and with more than 60 specialists in locations across Middle Tennessee, TOA has a playbook to get you back in the game. To request an appointment, visit us at TOA.com or give us a call at 855-NEED-TOA. Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance, or TOA, the official team doctors for Blue Raider Athletics.
Hey Blue Raider fans, this is Dr. Mark Hardison with Middle Tennessee Oral and Implant Surgery. We are so proud to be able to serve the Blue Raider teams and their families when they need wisdom teeth removed, dental implants, or other specialty oral care. Our mission is to provide health care as it should be, providing compassion, availability, and excellence to every one of our patients. We deeply appreciate the support of your business as we join in supporting our team. Let's go Blue!
Our employees at Purity Dairy are proud to be true blue supporters of Middle Tennessee athletics and their student athletes. At Purity Dairy, we aim to be the most trusted source of wholesome, delicious dairy products for every occasion. We never forget how fortunate we are to be invited into your home, and we earn our place by holding ourselves to the highest standards. With over 100 products available in Tennessee, Alabama, and Kentucky, visit your local retailer for Purity milk, ice cream, and more.
Put Lee Company on your team and you'll always be ahead of the game with home maintenance, improvements, and repair. Sign up for a Lee Company home maintenance plan to have your heating and air conditioning system tuned up twice a year. In addition, you'll receive a comprehensive electrical and plumbing home inspection, plus member-only discounts and priority service, all for as low as $8.25 a month. For the very best electrical, heating, air conditioning, and plumbing services, call Lee Company at 615-867-1000 or visit leecompany.com.
It's a new season. Get ready for more men's and women's college sports excellence. Trophies will be awarded in June to schools who take the top spot in the 2021-22 Learfield Directors Cup. The premier award recognizes one winning institution in all competitive divisions. Follow your favorite team's progress as seasonal standings are announced at L Directors Cup on Twitter and online at directorscup.org. The crowning achievement in college athletics.
The Blue Raiders play here. News Radio WGNS.
Welcome back into Nick McDevitt Live tonight, brought to you in part by Tri-Green Equipment. At Tri-Green Equipment, they know the value of teamwork. They have the tractor packages with implements you need. Score a new John Deere tractor package at a comfortable low monthly payment and get back to what really matters, MTSU basketball. Get started online at trigreen.com. Tri-Green Equipment, a proud partner of Blue Raider Athletics. Again, want to remind folks, next Monday night, you can come here pregame or postgame, but we want you in Murphy Center during the game because the Blue Raiders will host UTSA next Monday in a makeup game, and they've started to play a little bit better.
They have, and most teams that you play this time of year, that's probably going to be the case. You're starting to get into a playing rhythm. You end up with some of your opponents anyway. You're playing them for the second time around here pretty soon, and so you've got to be that much sharper heading down the stretch. They're going to know your play calls, not just kind of your tendencies and your actions, but from the first game, you yell out zipper, and somebody's watching to see what zipper is.
Yeah.
And the next time you play them, you yell out zipper, and they're sitting on it. And so you've got to start developing counters to your plays, and this time of year, you've got to be, playing well.
Yeah, that being said, do you, during the season, in particular between when you make that transition to play the second part of the round robin, do you ever change names to things, or you're always adding little actions here, things like that? How do you handle that?
we've always tried to handle it based on who we are and what we can do, what we can remember. Sometimes you've got, and we talked about this with our team actually today again, is that this team has been pretty good at just being able to draw something up. Now, usually it's out of something we do generally, but we've been able to draw some wrinkles up in a huddle and then them go out and execute it. I've had other teams that, man, you've got to run it day after day after day after day in order for them to go out and run it correctly in a game. That doesn't mean all of our plays are picture perfect night in and night out, but this team does a pretty good job of that. We try not to change names of plays because somebody out there is going to forget. You called Z and I thought it was X, and you're going to screw it up.
Yeah. Bob sent a question in, asked about talking about the RPI, and right now at 85 is higher than 5 SEC teams. Between the RPI and the net, how different, or do you even know how different the formula is to reach the number?
Yeah, just different formulas with the net versus the RPI. You start looking at and talking about what are quad 1 games, quad 2, quad 3, quad 4, and they're all giving kind of different strength on your strength of schedule based on whether you played the same opponent. Could be whether a quad 1 or a quad 2 game, whether it's home or on the road. One, you've got to be, let's just say it's top 50. It's a quad 1 game if it's at home, but it's different if it's on a neutral floor or away. And, it also plays the how your opponents, your past opponents are doing also plays a factor into what your current net is. Yeah. And that's one of the things that obviously the committee uses to determine who gets into the NCAA tournament, but also uses it as one of their metrics to seed the teams in the tournament as well.
Yeah. The net is what they use now for seeding. And you guys jumped up 10 spots over the weekend in the net.
Yeah, we moved up. Some of that was with the win over Marshall and Western, and I'm sure that some of our opponents were winning over the weekend, and that helped a little bit as well. It tends to kind of even out this time of year, but we got a nice bump.
I'll tell you, one of your non-conference opponents people might want to watch that has been helpful to you guys is Chattanooga.
They're good.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah,
I say that.
Yeah, they're in first, and I think in the same league. I think Mercer, who we beat in the Cancun Challenge Championship, came into the night in third in the same league. So you look at teams like that, and where Winthrop is, they're at the top of the Big South. So those teams that we played earlier in the year definitely helping us in that category.
Well, Bob had one other comment. Cam was our guest last week, and he said, well, obviously – Cam takes coaching very well, scoring 19 points after he had a talk with Cam last week.
We'll make sure all of our guests, our player guests, head that way and see Mr. Verbal on the way out.
That's right. We have from Landon De Leon, what's your favorite pregame meal?
Ooh, good question. We kind of eat the same one all the time, but it's usually a chicken and pasta. Try to get those carbs in. I enjoy it.
Now, if you could change it to something and didn't have to worry about carb loading or all that kind of stuff, what would be your?
I'm a meat and potatoes guy.
Yeah.
So nice steak, baked potato does me well.
Understand. Okay, Boris Karloff, he is apparently here tonight, and he is wanted to know, what is an administrative foul?
I don't know. I don't know. An administrative foul.
So,
is that on the stat sheet?
It came from somewhere, but
no. I mean, I guess it just goes down in the book. What is it?
And I don't know what the because I mean we had Dish the other day. What that may have been. I'm not sure if that's what that was or not, but
yeah. There's a new. I shouldn't say rule, but there's an emphasis on paying attention to taking a shot to the midsection.
Gotcha.
Kind of like a shot to the head from the shoulders up. If it's deemed intentional, it's one kind of flagrant foul. If it's deemed another, it's a different kind of flagrant foul. And such is the case with a shot to the midsection. And if it's deemed unintentional, then it's a 2-shot foul for the other team plus the ball.
Wow.
If it's deemed intentional, it is a 2-shot foul for the other team. They get the ball, and the player that did it gets ejected from the game.
Wow.
Because I was not happy the other day because when they called that foul on Dish, it just wasn't intentional. Anybody that knows Dish, and that's what I said, is if he did something dirty, that'd be the first time he's done anything dirty that I've ever seen in practice or a game. He said, well, it's kind of the lesser of two evils because the other option is ejecting them from the game. I said, that was a hell of a call.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. All right, speaking of doing dirty, it's time for 5 random questions, and let's see how the coach does tonight. Random question number 1. Have you ever had your fortune told?
No.
No?
I haven't. Fortune cookies, but I haven't had my palm read or.
You haven't had that? No, read the tea leaves, anything like that?
Nope.
Okay. Number 2, what's the dumbest way you've ever hurt yourself?
Ooh. Dumbest way I ever hurt myself.
Mine was running through somebody's backyard on Halloween that I shouldn't have been running through the backyard. Found a hole.
I remember this one hurt. I was about 10 maybe and was at a friend's house, and we were coming down the hill riding bikes. It wasn't my bike, his bike, him and his older brother. And we were trying to see how fast we could go and keep both tires on the white line on the edge of a 2-lane road. I mean, there's no traffic. And, you know, you make a mistake that far to the right, which I did, and now all of a sudden I went over the handlebars and I was sliding and just
You're picking out gravel after that.
Man.
Yeah,
that hurt for a while.
I've been there. Do you have a favorite board game?
Favorite board game?
I know you've got the retro video games going. What about a board game?
Board game? I don't know a favorite. We played growing up. I don't know if you'd consider it a board game, but it was like Trouble and Sorry and, you know, Candyland and some of that kind of stuff with but checkers.
Yeah.
You know, Cooper likes to play checkers.
I like checkers too.
We'll have a fun game of checkers.
He's
actually pretty good.
Yeah. What vacation is on your to-do list?
Vacation to-do list. An African safari.
Oh, that's good.
I would like to do that. I don't know that my wife is going on that one, but I may go. She wants to do like, you know, the beach or Europe.
Hawaii. Did I hear Hawaii? I did hear that.
I've been to Hawaii.
Yeah, and I'd like to go to Alaska. I'd like to see that or Australia, something like that. Okay.
That's right. You weren't with the Blue Raiders in 16.
No, Jeff Him was there, and we had football that weekend. Would you rather go back in time to meet your ancestors or go into the future and meet your great-grandchildren?
Future.
Future?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I can see pictures and old videos and, you know, read history books. You don't know what the future is going to be in 100 years and what this place is going to look like.
Be like the Jetsons running around here.
They're getting a lot of stuff right.
Yeah, that's right. You're exactly.
They got a lot of stuff right.
Exactly. So there it is, 5 random questions with Coach McDevitt. We'll take a break and be back to talk about Saturday's game against UAB after this on the Blue Raider Network from Learfield.
Out here, we charge into the heartland with Mountain Dew. Out here, there's no rush hour, just the rush of flying wide open on glassy water at 5 a.m. with your first Dew in hand. And there's no spin class, just bright green spinnerbait that ironically matches your second Dew. Out here, we don't just play big buck hunt, we hunt actual big bucks. And out here, the best road is off-road, and the color of your truck is mud. Out here, it's Dew.
Murfreesboro Medical Clinic is proud to be the official medical group of MTSU Athletics. We all win big when we work as a team for better health. Just like MTSU's athletes and coaches, our healthcare professionals work tirelessly to make our community proud. At MMC, we really are true blue. MTSU is our hometown team, and your health is our mission. Visit mmclinic.com or call us at 615-893-4480.
Any way you slice it, your game day won't be complete without soft, delicious Bunny Bread and Bunny Buns, an official corporate partner of Blue Raider Athletics. Whether you're watching with friends, cheering in the stands, or tuning in at home, count on Bunny to help block your hunger and give you energy. So pick up some Bunny buns and Bunny bread today. It's sure to be a slam dunk.
That's what I said. Bunny bread.
At Ascension St. Thomas, care is more than a word. Care is serving our patients, standing with them in times of need, and showing compassion when they're at their most vulnerable. Care is listening and delivering personalized plans from a team of specialists, providing leading-edge treatments at every step. At Ascension St. Thomas, care is more than a word. It's our calling. Make your next appointment at getsthealthcare.com.
News Radio WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raiders sports.
Welcome back into Nick McDevitt Live, our final segment this week. Busy week coming up on Wednesday, Groundhog Day luncheon at 11:30 a.m. and then the football signing day celebration Wednesday afternoon or Wednesday evening. Then we've got basketball, men and women, on Saturday. The Lady Raiders at home. The Blue Raiders travel down I-65 to go to UAB, and Andy Kennedy's team this year was just clocking people early until they ran into Marshall, who beat them without Tavion Kinsey.
Yeah, we'll go back and watch that film a little bit more thorough to see how that happened.
Yeah.
But they are good. They're big. They're talented. AK's doing a great job with them. They're just a deep group. They're athletic. They don't have a lot of holes. And they got a little guard named Jelly Walker, and he's got a little shake to him, and he throws that thing in a basket now.
He must be jelly because Jam don't shake like that.
Man,
so
he's good. He was the player of the week 2 weeks in a row. And he's the kid that made the shot at the top of the key to beat Western on Thursday.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
And he can really go.
They still got some names. Tavin Lovan is still there. KJ Buffin is there this year.
Quan Jackson, Trey Jemison. They've got a boatload of guys.
Yep. Now, how do you handle this week with only one game? And you talked a little bit about it, that you're preparing for this stretch of games coming up.
You heard the guys talk today about, like, practice is hard. Today we went hard and we went for an hour. They got after each other. It was a really good practice, and we're not trying to beat them up right now. It was sharp and short, and tomorrow needs to be the same. Sharp, short. We're going off on Wednesday to let them recover a little bit, and then Thursday, Friday, get ready for the Blazers.
All right, let's go get them.
Yes, sir.
All right, want to thank Zach Woodard, who's been our radio producer, Nathan Wallach, our video producer, and thank our crowd here for coming out tonight. And we will see you again next Tuesday night for Rick Insell Live and Nick McDevitt Live next week. But Blue Raider basketball next Monday, as the Raiders will be hosting UTSA. So for everybody, good night.